It was indeed a gathering of leaders of thought, the academia, human rights activists, and captains of industries. Professor Wole Soyinka, who moderated the occasion, was not left out. They are gathered here with growing concerns about the ongoing challenges in the polity, the economy, insecurity, power generation, with the current democratic experience in focus. The way of the opinion that the country has not been better despite the civil rule.
If you give me the opportunity to determine, given my experience in Nigeria, between democracy and military or dictatorship, I will go for dictatorship. I will go because there is nothing to show for our democracy. We are just happy that what we have done is that we put the people there. Most of the quality assets we have in this country, there were things that we inherited from the military. I'm not saying dictatorship is good, but I'm saying that it's our democracy yielding enough dividends for us to say these are the dividends of democracy. We must make democracy work better so that we will not just be satisfied with mere ego of we elected them. We are not having the result of democracy. As far as I'm concerned, there is just a little difference, just psychological difference between a non-performing democracy and a dictatorship.
The problem we have is not for lack of idea. The problem we have is not because we don't have the solution or we don't know it. You don't need to go to Egypt or India to look for solution to the power sector. We know what the problem is and we know the solution. But the government at all levels are not willing to find solutions. We are playing politics with power.
In the light of these and many more, her human rights lawyer and senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, asked Nigerians to fight for the enthronement of a true rule of law to address some of the challenges.
There was a president who gave an oil block to the hairdresser of his wife. You are then told that this is the richest woman in Africa. It doesn't happen in any country where you give oil blocks to individuals. I have therefore suggested that our governors must go to court and insist that oil blocks should be distributed among the 3 tiers of government so that you don't have a situation where a retired general says, I was given an oil block, I have sold the oil block, I have saved enough money for my family, I still have $500 million, I don't know what to do with it. Meanwhile, state government, local government cannot pay salaries. They are making their efforts. You cannot enjoy democracy in Nigeria if we do not take care of the welfare of our people. We cannot take care of the welfare of our people if we do not jointly manage the resources of the country. And the last point, I beg you, on rule of law, all of us here must challenge our government. Killings are taking place here. Ogun State is next to Osun State in the southwest with respect to ritual murder. Now, people are using human blood for politics. There are reports every day by the police. They parade the suspect, but they are never prosecuted because we don't have rule of law in Nigeria, sir. We have rule of men. Therefore, let us all rise up to fight for the rule of law for our country.
The novello Professor Wole Soyinka, who moderated the public discourse, however, warned against what it described as enthronement of dynastic rule through the back door where governors and the president determine their successors.
There's nothing in any constitution that I know of, in any democratic constitution, which says that the head of government should appoint his or her successor. Because what these governors are telling us is that after a failure has occupied a seat of government for 8 years, that failure should give us another failure for another 8 years. So those who feel that those governors who went and asked Buhari to give us a successor should also be impeached.
The occasion was rounded off with presentation of awards to some of the dignitaries, which include Professor Wole Soyinka, Femi Falana, for their support and contributions to humanity. From Abeokuta, Jumoke Adebare, reporting for KAFTAN Television News.